Leading into that, we'll start off with this box of Donruss. So that way everybody gets some cards in this one. So again, 2021 Donruss and 2 boxes of 2021 Topps Tribute. Still a few teams available, so if anybody's looking to jump in, until we show that first hit, you can get in. Once we show the first hit, that is it, and the rest go to the house. And hey, sometimes the house wins. We had 3 nice hits last time. Braves are 95, White Sox are 70, Nationals are 60, Tigers 55, Phillies 125, Pirates 55, Mariners 110, Cardinals are 80, Rangers are 45. You'd think that, but if I did the math on that football break, yeah, we're trying to move some stuff in. There's a lot of releases coming out next week. All right, we named 8 of them that we should be getting a hold of. 8 releases for next week. So, yeah, I think I did all right for the night, though. You know, $700 worth of Acuna autos. So. That wasn't all. There was a 1 of 1 on Evan White. It was a good break for me. I'm not going to shy away from that. And again, you know, we stand by the claim that we are the most balanced in the business. All right? We do a lot of pick your team. And believe me, I will work painstakingly hard if I have to figure out what is going to be the best way to divvy up these teams. And that's one thing, yeah, especially, you know, we've been doing this on Facebook now for what? This is our 7th year? All right. We know a little bit about this business. So that's why whatever teams are left over, it doesn't bother me. And first hit is in my hands, so we will have a hit in this pile. Leftover teams have had some amazing hits over the years. So that's all I got to say about that. You know, I remember we were talking about Diamond Kings earlier. You know, I've been doing breaks this way for many years. It doesn't have to be 100% full. Under normal circumstances, I'm kind of a hybrid dealer. I do the breaks, I sell boxes, but I also sell singles. I like to do shows when possible. I just haven't done any shows since January of 2020. So, yeah, I hate eBay. I have had a thing against eBay for so long. eBay actually used to be seller friendly and not buyer friendly. And they screwed me on some purchases big time. Even though they knew that there was a fraud issue and that the money was being held and frozen in the guy's account, they wouldn't give it back to me. It's like, what the heck? I don't think the police or the FBI need a digital transfer for evidence. All right, we got two hits in my hand. Two. So we'll open up a few more packs and then we'll start showing them off. 30 days, really? Yeah, they just keep getting worse and worse. And there's another hit. Braves 95, White Sox 70, Nationals 60, Tigers 55, Phillies 125, Pirates 55, Mariners 110, Cardinals 80, and the Rangers are 45. Oh, nowadays, yeah, 100%. They went completely in the opposite direction than what they used to. But I had issues with eBay. Like, let's see, I'm coming up on my 15th wedding anniversary. It was just before I got married, so probably about 15 years, almost to the day. I think it was like February of 2006. Some dirtbag in one of the Carolinas sold me movies that they did not own. I just like, personally, I like to sell at shows. Because, like, somebody comes up to you and they don't like your price, then they can just walk over somewhere else. Most guys, you know, who are, like, looking for reasonably stuffed price, but know that I'm not a sucker. The White Sox are still available. They're 70. A lot of dealers buy from me at the shows that I go to. I'm firm, but I'm fair. And we got Gary Carter. 1853 out of 2021. And they also know that I don't pick through my stuff for grading, so that when, even if they're buying something raw, you know, it's like, oh, this could get a 10. Why is he got this here? So, because Stone Cold said so. That's why. Xander Bogaerts. Okay, White Sox, you got it. So White Sox at 70 now gone. All right. You were charged for. You shouldn't get charged for the cards. Not selling. I don't know. You might want to check how that works. I know eBay's done a lot of new stuff recently, and they have their own like payment system now instead of using PayPal and whatnot. So we got Brady Singer. Big, sexy 1550 out of 2021. Oh, you're on the hook until they reverse it? That's dumb. Javi Baez with a hollow blue. I don't agree with that at all. The sale ain't complete till the sale's complete. That's the way I look at it. Mark McGuire, Blue Star. You know, you can make sales in Facebook groups. You know, you can make sales in the Marc-Down group. You got cards for sale. You know, we've had plenty of people post their stuff up in the group and find a little bit of success. And the more that people do it, then, you know, the more that'll pick up, and that'll also help the room out. You know, that'll get that group membership up. Matter of fact, I keep forgetting to actually do a post on it. I did mention it a while ago. I'm putting out a challenge. All right, I've seen groups get 2,500 members like but with a snap of the fingers. Now, again, we've always been about, there's Joe Adele. We've always been about quality over quantity. But now that we have broken 1,000 members, and a high percentage of that is pretty quality. So this is the way I look at it. If we can get it to 2,500 members in a reasonably short amount of time, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a virtual card show in the room. So this would be like probably a few hours of live stream. We'd have some. We talk about our breaks a little bit. I would probably go deeper into my single stash than I've ever gone on Facebook before. All right, I'm talking Roto-Rooter here. So 1911 out of 2021. So it's like, well, wait, you've had this group for like years and you only have 1,000 people. You know what? If every person on average invites 3 people, right? 3 people. And I'm expecting that a quarter of them don't accept the invitation. All right. That would get us to 2,500 people. That's not a lot. And then we can take it off from there. All right, especially with all the things that I've been dealing with Facebook. Jason, you're not in the group? Let's see, can I share that in here? I don't know if it's going to let me, but share group. I don't know if the links don't always work in the chat stream. So I'll message you that personally as well. But that's the group. All right. It's been there. I went the direction of using the page. I spent thousands of dollars in advertising. I got over 4,000 people, or almost 4,000 people following it. And after all that work, Facebook screws me over and shits all over my business page, pardon my French. So, and I've been since September, ironically, not long before the election. But since September, late September, early October, we've been having a lot of difference in our metrics, which ironically, Facebook is getting rid of metrics, probably because they don't want you to know how crappy they are anymore. So, tell me about it. Bobby Dalbeck, I wrote him a very special email the other day. And they tried to immediately close my case, and so I put in for an appeal again for like the 40th time. 74 out of 999, Clayton Kershaw. So we'll see what happens with that, but Ian Anderson, Hollow Blue for Los Bravos. Carlos Carrasco, Liberty Parallel. Oh, look at this. 6 out of 50, Juan Soto. So those Nationals still up there at 60. That wouldn't be a $60 card, but it'd be a start. You see something nice come out of, Tribute, and you'd be in good shape, right? So Juan Soto. Numbered 6 of 50. Alex Verdugo with the hollow blue. First hit coming out soon. There's Casey Mize. Those Tigers still available at 55, if I'm not mistaken. The Hawk, 349 out of 350. Andre Dawson. For the Cubbies. A little peeling up at the bottom of there. But. Hollow blue for the Mets, David Peterson. All about that base, about that base. And the first hit is going to go to Miami. Nick Neidert for the Marlins. Nick Neidert, Marlins. Renato Nunez. And Los Angeles Dodgers. Keibert Ruiz. Keibert Ruiz for the Dodgers. They might have, and it might have been Neidert. It's usually Neidert or Chisholm, but I think it was Nick Neidert. So, Brandon Woodruff. Yeah, Mark, I have the same problem. I'm banned from Facebook Marketplace, and my business page is not allowed to advertise. Andres Jimenez. And Rays, Brendan McKay. Believe me, I've been having problems with Facebook since 2018. So, but it's gotten a lot worse lately. Brendan McKay for the Rays, Miguel Rojas for Miami. Well, the question is, like, is it Facebook 100%, or is it people reporting things to Facebook that aren't there? So, sorry, Joseph. There's some things that I just won't do. I'll join the My Pillow shit show before I do that. Really, will somebody come out with a better marketplace? Or a better social media app? I really was hoping something like that would take off eventually. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've seen some things happen in the past, and I don't know if they had any influence. When I had advertising rights, there's people who don't understand how Facebook advertising works, and they thought I was posting things directly to their timeline, but there's a thing that says sponsored underneath. It says sponsored. It tells you that it's an advertisement. It's the advertisement you pay Facebook for. And then they say, I didn't ask this guy to post on my timeline. And, you know, they'll pick fights. They'll advertise other people. They'll advertise things of theirs. And it's like, nobody knows how this works, do they? But you send all this money to them, right, to Facebook to advertise, and then they don't really support you. I guess frustrating. I guess I could just start like paying for advertising on some of the cool websites that we sometimes talk about on here, right? I know they sell advertising space. And it had JSA cert, really? I mean, the only mistake you made there was like selling something of the Cowboys, but we do that all the time. I don't know. This is the country we live in. We got Joey Bart. Trey Turner, 1630 out of 2021. Luis Robert, hollow blue. I should probably take the tribute break off the ticker. Wouldn't that make sense? Let's see. That would make sense. There we go. So now it's just definitive on the ticker. Definitive. That's the next goal. Luis Patino. Pete Alonso. Blue Star parallel. Albert Pujols. Hollow blue. I mean, it took me a month to get back on YouTube when I mentioned the last name of a soccer player in the early stages of the pandemic. I mentioned soccer player Jose Corona, and I got banned from YouTube for a month. So, but they saw the error of their ways and they accepted the reinstatement. 1614 out of 2021, Yu Darvish. It was pretty much like, oh, our bad, you're back. Big Poppy. So how about them Cowboys? Kybert Ruiz. Oh, look at that. This will go to the Padres. San Diego Chicken. I believe this is short printed. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's short printed. So Padres, which, you know, doesn't sound too far off from Popeyes, which makes excellent fried chicken. $9.94 out of 2021, Braylon Marquez. All right, my YouTube stream's still running, so I didn't get kicked off for that again. Jose Barrios. Uh, 1443 20 out of 2021, Liam Hendricks. Diamond King Hollow Blue, Carlos Correa. I mean, the Jets have a history of messing it up. The Giants have a history of messing it up. So I would say New York. I would say East Coast does more damage than West Coast early on. Didn't the 49ers do like a good trade in this? Dylan Carlson of the Cardinals. Like, they set themselves up pretty much to not really be able to fail. Kettle Marte, Arizona. You could give the Jets the number 1 pick and they would screw it up. Didi Gregorius. You could give the Giants the number 6 pick and they would screw it up. Right? Wasn't Daniel Jones 6 overall? I don't know. In hindsight, I mean, Haskins tanked. The problem was, and I know it's not a popular thing, although a couple injuries might have helped, but the mistake was getting Saquon Barkley when a running back was the last thing that they needed as far as pieces of the puzzle go. So 241 out of 419, Joey Votto. Can't be any worse than the umpiring I saw earlier today. In Ellie's first 2 at-bats, she went 1 for 2 with a strikeout, but she also got 2 other hits. They both got called back, though. One, again, the infield was really dry today, so it was hard to tell. I never asked her if it hit her in the foot, but the first hit that got taken back, they said it hit her foot. I was like, okay, it was an ugly hit anyway. It wouldn't have driven any runs. And I think 2 pitches later, she ends up hitting a nice single into left field and driving in a couple runs. But her next at-bat, she gets up, and the umpire calls the ball foul when the first base girl touched it in fair territory and knocked it foul. And then, his response to cover up his mistake was, well, she touched it foul anyway. Everybody knew it was a fair ball. And that was going to be like probably a double. Hey, Al, let me ask you a question. 1, the dog stays with Lexi. 2, the first at-bat that you were up, did the ball hit you in the foot?
I don't think so.
You didn't feel it, right? You didn't act like it hit you in the foot.
I don't think I got it.
That ugly, like, it just kind of like rolled around in the infield. You know what I'm talking about? And you were safe at first, and then they told you to come back. It didn't touch your foot? Yeah, this umpire sucked. Then there was another play later in the game, not involving Ellie. The right fielder has a cannon for an arm, and she gunned a girl from right field all the way across to third base. Third base drops the tag down, and the guy said, oh, her foot went around the tag. She had the side of the base blocked with her glove. She literally pushed the girl's foot to the side. She was dead on coming into the base. She got her foot pushed off to the side. with the tag, and the umpire said, "Oh, she hooked her foot around and got the base." Oh man, it was bad. 283 out of 349, Josh Hader. And hopefully he does not subscribe to us on YouTube. But I'd like to get like 900 more subscriptions to YouTube, not him. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel already, do so. Once I have more subscribers, I want to start doing, the Marc-Down breakdown as a regular segment, but a little more general, almost like a podcast type deal. All right. I've had this idea for like a year, but I'm like, I ain't gonna spend, hours researching and scripting something out for like 2 people to watch it. It just doesn't make sense. So let's get those numbers a little up. Awesome, Jeremy. Good deal. Thank you. We got Alec Boehm. 838 out of 2021, Brandon Woodruff, and Jeff McNeil with the Hollow Blue. Got a few more packs of Donruss, and then we'll be on to the main event of Topps Tribute. Hit of the Night needs to come back. We brought it back, and we even brought it back with like a cool promo. You know what? I don't think it's the marker. I think it's just the way that he signs, because my CD out of Prism is horrible too. It's very streaky. Yeah, I think there'll be 5 QBs drafted in the first round. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. It has been derailed. Group voting, that was it. Yeah, I mean, I love to do things that involve you guys being active, and I have no problem. Like usually we would do hit of the night voting, and like everybody would be gone before we would be done with the hit recap. Shoot, I'll try it tonight. You want to vote for hit of the night tonight? 5 votes needed for an official winner. We'll vote for hit of the night tonight. I like doing stuff like that. I just don't like it when it falls on deaf ears. And, a lot of that does have to do with, the Facebook stuff that we were talking about earlier, but let's do it. Hit of the night tonight. Got Alex Kiriloff. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz on Trey Lance, and that could be good if you're getting him buying low. Cubbies 50 out of 249. Chris Bryant Unleashed. I like the way that looks in blue. That looks cool in blue. If top loaders weren't in short supply, that would get one just because it looks cool. Cody Ballinger, Hollow Blue. I did a hit of the year voting. 2 years in a row, we didn't meet the minimum votes. I give stuff away for that. I see people on Twitter, they're giving away like a pack of opening day, and 5 billion people retweet. I did a break on Twitter. I gave away like $500 worth of product. I had like 8 participants from Twitter and like 14 from Facebook. So Nate Pearson. Yeah, but even if he's the 4th overall pick, he's still going to be the 4th quarterback. You know what I'm saying? 1085 out of 2021. I mean, you know, usually it's the top 2 or 3 guys that drive the market. I don't think all 5 of the first round quarterbacks will. Jordan Alvarez. Here's a question. Do you think we'll see 6 quarterbacks in the first round? I almost want to say 5's a given based on the few mock drafts that I've looked over. I think 5's going to be a given. Do you think that there's going to be 6? Or is that too much of a stretch? Leody Taveras, Blue Star. Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Yeah. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is the guy that everybody's saying. It would be a very Mitchell Trubisky-esque move. Like when the Bears out of nowhere said, we're going to draft Trubisky over, you know, everybody else. Everybody and anybody else. It's rough. Davey Garcia, Tristan McKenzie. 73 out of 100 for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. And he's been a fantasy stud for me this year. That was definitely a good pick on my part. Yeah, and that's often a problem is the wrong quarterback goes to the wrong system. That's often the problem when these guys bust. You know, I want to say Haskins would have looked better as a Giant, and I think Daniel Jones wouldn't have lasted if the the Washington football team had picked him. Although they weren't known as that then, were they? No. Kyle Pitts. Another unleashed. 539 out of 999. And then the hollow blue is Dalton Varsho. All right, so that wraps up the Donruss box as we've been engaged in some chatter, which is good. Interactivity is important. Unleashed looks nice, yeah. Excuse me. I mean, the Jets would love that. But I don't know. You really think the Jaguars are going to go Fields? I mean, Trevor Lawrence is like the poster boy for this. That's a smushy looking pack. I wonder if that has a redemption card in it. Little extra air. Alright, let's see how this goes. All right, so we got Pudge Rodriguez. $97 out of 99, Tony Gwynn. I like that. And 156 out of 199 for the Red Sox, Michael Chavis. All right, coolio. And we gotta get Tony Gwynn some 1 cent love too. We'll top loader him a little while later, but like the parallel there. 22 out of 50, Alex Bregman. Josh Donaldson. And number 34 out of 150, Phillies, Spencer Howard. Well, it sounds like he had the scouting report spot on. Again, in hindsight, the Giants could have done worse than Daniel Jones. The problem was they should have picked their quarterback the year before, and they didn't. Know what I'm saying? Tatis hits a home run. Many of us were fearing he would be gone for the season. I don't know. I am a little bit concerned about Tatis's shoulder issues. I'm getting this Randy Orton vibe that scares the crap out of me. Charlie Blackmon. '74 out of 99, Kyle Lewis. Oh, this is a cool looking card. Tigers. Pudge Rodriguez, 79 out of 99. Oof, miss. Pudge Rodriguez, 79 out of 99. I like the way this one looks, too. What is this, the 81? 82? One of those designs, 81, I think. There's a cool looking card right there. Alright, and let's get this Kyle Lewis a little 1 cent love as well. Well, those were all the 3 autos, the way that box was smushed together, so I guess next it's on to the relics, right? 82, I couldn't remember which. It's the Ripken year. Freddie Freeman. '42 out of 50, Josh Bell. And the fun with Tony Gwynn continues. Bookend time. It's 99 out of 99. Green parallel. Tony Gwynn with the triple relic. So Tony Gwynn, triple relic. That's cool. I think this is also going to the house. Giancarlo Stanton. JD Martinez. And number 32 out of 150, Yadier Molina, Cardinals. Yeah, Tony Gwynn, the best pure hitter I've seen to this day. Ever. Hands down. And we may never see as good a hitter as Tony Gwynn play the game. Need a new thick sleeves. Marlins were the first hit. I don't remember if there were any Cubs hits, but there was a really cool Chris Bryant card that popped out. It was the Unleashed in blue, so it looked very Cubby. So, yeah, you know, I gotta admit, I never watched Pete Rose hit. Pete Rose, by the time I was watching baseball, Pete Rose was a manager. So, I mean, I've seen him hit on, you know, flashbacks and stuff like that. Classic games, something like yeah. But I never saw, like, at-bats that Pete Rose had. Nick Neidert, pitcher. Once upon a time, I believe he was in the Angels system. So we got Willie Mays. 84 out of 99, Steven Strasburg. So, oh yeah, Wade Boggs was good too. But I still gotta say Gwynn. Mattingly, I got to see play, and for a number of years he was awesome. But Tony Gwynn, it was just his swing is something that when I was coaching, Ellie's old teams and stuff like that, and I was working with some of the girls on batting stances and how to get the motion going. There was 3 hitters that I always tried to channel. All right, Ken Griffey Jr. Whenever I was telling the girls, how to reach over, he tapped the plate every time he went up. He wanted to make sure he could cover that whole strike zone, right? The best bunter I've ever seen was Brett Butler, and I'm very big on the bunt. So the best power swing was Ken Griffey Jr. The best pure swing I thought was Tony Gwynn. Going back to the Padres here, 38 out of 150. Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham, stamp of approval. Padres. And I also look at Mike Trout's swing nowadays, and as much as I hate to admit it, Bryce Harper's. He's got a nice swing too. Box number 2. Barry Bonds' swing was very compact and clean. Yes, it was almost too compact and clean though. It was very businesslike. I feel like Barry Bonds' swing was very business, and Tony Gwynn's swing was art. Does that make any sense? So we got Trevor Story. 6 out of 50, Paul Goldschmidt. Clark's was nice too, yeah. 121 out of 150, Mets. Marcus Strowman, whose last start went very well, but before today, but today's start did not go very well. Mets on a bit of a slide. 4-game slide now. Cubs sweeping the Mets. Nationals beating them today. I mean, you could argue Wally Joyner. He had a batting presence. So we got Manny Machado. 25 out of 99, Vlad Jr. Casey Mize. Ichiro, yeah. Ichiro and Pujols. Pujols, the best swings of the first decade of the 2000s. So, Casey Mize, Tigers, and just like I said yesterday, I said, you know, twinning effect. This is an individual who would be an example of somebody who we might see again in this part of the break. Okay, those of you who were watching yesterday with the Marc-Down breakdown. 100 out of 150, White Sox, Nick Madrigal. So 100 out of 150, White Sox, Nick Madrigal. Got Jose Altuve. Speaking of Ichiro. And numbered 61 out of 150. How about another one for the White Sox? Frank Thomas and Yoan Moncada. Frank Thomas and Yoan Moncada. All right, 3 more packs left. $26 out of 50, Joey Votto. He's kind of, I feel like an underrated hitter. Jose Abreu. And keeping with the White Sox theme, 3 hits in a row here. 36 out of 50. So we got Yoan Moncada all by his lonesome. Edgar Martinez had a great swing. You know whose swing I liked? It wasn't the best contact swing, but when Jay Buhner hit the ball, it could be pretty vicious. George Brett. There's another nice swing right there. George Brett. 6 out of 99. Tom Seaver. And numbered 8 out of 10. No, it's not Ric Flair. It's not Arn or Ole. I think most violent swing was Tatis when he separated his shoulder the other week. All right. 4. It's not one of the 4 horsemen. It's the 4th hit in a row for the White Sox. Do we really need to vote on hit of the night? 8 out of 10, the big hurt. There's a swing. There's a violent swing. Actually, no. Most violent swing, Vlad Sr. He could swing at anything. Look at that last-minute pickup there with the White Sox. We've hit a lot of him lately. I don't know, definitive. Are the White Sox still up there? All right, what's this one going to be? 93 out of 99. Well, at least I got a couple Paul Goldschmidts to add to the list. Whit Merrifield. And we're going to end on an 80s kick here. No, not a guy who played in the 80s, but a famous movie quote. 18 out of 199. Bueller. Walker Bueller for the Dodgers. Yes. Yes, it is. All right. So we had some nice cards here. Are we going to do this? We're going to do hit of the night. We have 15 people in here. If we only have 4 at the end of this, then I'm just going to be like, why bother? All right. Let's recap the hits. And I'm going to probably got like 5 that we're going to put as candidates for hit of the night. All right. Are you ready? All right. Mets, Marcus Strowman, number to 150. A few teams had a bunch of hits. One of them was the Padres. You got Tommy Pham, numbered to 150 there. Also numbered to 150. Yes, it was. I think in the first tribute that we did, we had a Walker Bueller auto. Same case. So, twinning effect. 2 Buellers, 2 Madrigals, 2 Acuñas, a lot of twinning in tribute. Number to 150, Yadier Molina. Oh, we're already down to 11 people. Boo. White Sox loaded up here. Number to 150, Yoan Moncada. Oh, I'm sorry, number to 50, Yoan Moncada. Number to 150 was Frank Thomas and Yoan Moncada. And that we would see twinning in its own right. We have rookie card. All right, 2 of these per case. Tigers got Casey Mize. Not the only cool card for the Tigers either. Number to 150, Phillies, Spencer Howard. Number to 199, Michael Chavis for the Red Sox. Number to 100, Jake Cronenworth, honorable mention. Padres just blowing this break up, and a bucket of chicken too. Rays, Brendan McKay. Dodgers, Kybert Ruiz. And Bueller, number to 199. Marlins, Nick Neidert. Soto, number to 50 for the Nationals. And then these are my top 4 picks for hit of the night. All right. 99 out of 99, Mr. Padre himself, Tony Gwynn. All right. Is it the most valuable card? No, but it's got some nostalgia to it. Triple relic there. This nice looking Pudge Rodriguez for the Tigers, number to 99. We'll go Nick Madrigal, number to 150. All right, notable rookie hit. And do we need a vote? I want to see 5 votes. Numbered 8 out of 10, the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. All right, who's bringing back hit of the night in 2021? All right, so we got a half vote for each, right? Frank Thomas, 2.5 to 1/2. So that's 3 votes there. Do we got 2 more? Can we make me feel better with 2 more votes? Frank Thomas is in the lead. technically, if we're basing it off of a minimum of 5, I'll vote for Pudge. One more vote for Pudge would make a tie. And then there still wouldn't really be a hit of the night. Full vote for the Big Hurt. Okay. So 3-1. We got one more vote. I mean, Frank Thomas is winning it, but I wanted 5. No one else can give me a vote? Boo. Well, if my vote counts, then that'd be 5. So Frank Thomas is tonight's hit of the night. So definitive. Again, we've seen some cool stuff in Tribute. I have another case of Tribute and 3 boxes that I picked up, just in case we needed some loose boxes. Beautiful hit of the night there. Definitive should have a very sick hit of the night, too. Should be a few good hits in Definitive. Braves are 125, Red Sox 110, White Sox are still on the board at 110, Nationals 150, the Reds are 80, the Indians 40, the Rockies 50, the Astros 65, Marlins are 28, A's are 95, Phillies 195, Pirates are 75, Giants 125, Mariners 120, Rays 45, Blue Jays 65. Again, this is super high end with Definitive in there. You also have a jumbo box of tops, so there'll be some flagship rookies to fall back on for some teams. But obviously, the big money goes the way of the Definitive box. So last call. You got it. You have a good rest of the weekend too. I mean, I hope we're back tomorrow night. All right. I'd like to do Definitive tomorrow night. Can we get a few teams? It's 10 teams away from happening, 5 teams away from standby. One person can knock 3 off the board right now. We'll be in good shape. Phoenix is full. Okay, I haven't checked on notifications since we started the break. It's 11 o'clock right now, and that'd have to be randomized, and I still got to get a few payments, so that will be scheduled for tomorrow. We'll try to get that as early as possible. I don't know what's going to happen with the weather. Are they gonna be able to play tomorrow in bracket play? Are they going to be delayed? So okay, I'll fill that in a while, and I'll notify everybody and all that. And then tomorrow, after we get back from softball, we'll get that we'll get that squared away. How's that sound? So Phoenix football 2019 Phoenix, gonna rock that tomorrow. We'll probably put a few new breaks up tomorrow as well. And again, timing on that. I got to go to bed now because I got to wake up at 5:30. So. Oh, he had a fight on the undercard on the Masvidal fight. Is it worse than the Silva break? I mean, seriously, when he snapped his leg in half and it wrapped around the other guy, that was one of the most nasty MMA injuries I'd ever seen. Worse? Yeah, I don't want to see that. I'm not good with stuff like that. I probably don't even want to hear a description about it. I'm the guy who, if my wife was watching like Grey's Anatomy or something, I'd be turning away. What are you doing on your phone? Anything that I want. Are we talking a career ender here? Like legit career ender? Well, prayers go out to him as he sounds like he's going to need emergency surgery. Let's see what I got here. 100 point. Not shaking around. These are always kind of in between. All right. So that is a wrap for tonight. And we'll rip you a new one tomorrow. Let's make it definitive. All right. Let's go through the list one more time. Definitive and a top series 1 jumbo box. Braves 125. I think that's a steal in my opinion. Red Sox 110. Loaded checklist. White Sox 110. Let's see some more big hurt. Nationals 150, Reds 80, Indians 40, Rockies are 50, Astros are 65, Marlins a cheapie at 28, A's at 95, Phillies 195, Pirates are 75, Giants 125, Mariners 120, Rays 45, and the Blue Jays 65. 10% off 3 teams or more. Let's get this one on the books for tomorrow or as soon as possible, but I'd like tomorrow. Already on the books for tomorrow is 2019 Phoenix, so I think I just got to collect a few payments on that one, and that'll be good to go. And y'all have a good night. Probably a better night than it sounds like Chris Weidman's having. So, peace out.